Good holiday behavior. It's really what I want to talk about coming into this holiday. We've got two holidays really ahead of us between now and the bar exam. We've got Memorial Day and we've got 4th of July. Both of them tend to create lots of stress and anxiety for a lot of bar takers. This is this weekend coming, and the 4th of July weekend typically are high stress weekends for people who are studying for the bar. And there's a lot of meltdowns and there's a lot of things that happen. And I thought to myself today, maybe I should just talk about a couple of things that might reduce some of those pressure points to be aware of on this holiday, and even more so when we get to the 4th of July. And if you were a February bar taker, you can just analogize to Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day. I mean, take your choice. All right. Three tips for good holiday behavior. Tip number 1, do not barbecue your books. Yeah, don't barbecue your books. What do I mean? Well, one of the most bizarre things that bar takers want to do is that it's almost like they want the sympathy of the rest of the world. It's kind of like me whining about the fact that I'm working on, wait until after you pass. Now, it's kind of like me whining about I've got to work on this day. I do it because I want you to feel sorry for me. Nah, really, I don't. Okay. But bar takers walk around with this sad sack Eeyore face, and they hold their bar review books, or they're online and they've got their iPad or their phone, and they're like, I know everybody's going to the Memorial Day barbecue, but I have to study. So I'm going to stand here next to the guy that's barbecuing the hot dogs, reading my bar review book, so everyone will feel sorry for me and see how incredibly difficult this is. Don't. I've had people, and I am not making this up, I have had people who took their bar review books to a Thanksgiving or a Christmas dinner table. For what possible purpose? I mean, what are you going to get out of that? You aren't going to study, and you're going to irritate every human being around you. The point of this really, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not a lot, is that some of you are determined to be martyrs on Memorial Day. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? But you don't need to be. Don't do that. It's not necessary. See, I think you can actually make it work for you. So my first lesson is don't go to the grill with your barbecue books, because they'll probably catch fire and burn, and they really don't make good fire for barbecuing anything. Step number 2 for good holiday behavior, or rule number 2, really follows this first one. And it is, you need to prioritize on these holidays. And the way that I think you prioritize is that there are 3 things that are probably going to happen for you on a holiday. There's going to be some family time, there should be some fun time, and there should be some study time. Now, I want to be very clear about this. I believe that a holiday is a day when you can get some studying done, particularly Memorial Day or 4th of July. I think these are very workable holidays. A little tougher to say that on Christmas Day, for example, but definitely Memorial Day and 4th of July, you can get some studying done. So what I would suggest you do right now, today, Friday or Saturday, if you're watching this later, is sit down and look at your day for the holiday itself and ask yourself, are we going to do a barbecue in the afternoon? Great. Let me block off from 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 with the family. Let me have some time to go to the parade. Let me, some families go visit the graves of loved ones. Spend the time, go do that. Set that up in your schedule. It might mean you're going to study early in the day, or maybe you'll study late in the day. Memorial Day, there's not a whole lot going on in the evening. 4th of July, there's a lot going on in the evening, right? So you got to just figure out the day. But prioritize your different things that are going on and schedule them just like you'd schedule a work day. I'm going to spend this time with my family. I'm going to spend this time doing whatever we do for fun. Maybe it's an outing, maybe it's a drive, maybe we're going somewhere and doing something. And I'm going to prioritize about my study. So how much studying should you do? I mean, that's the question people ask me. And the answer is, I would like to see you get in 3 or 4 hours of study on Monday, on Memorial Day. If you have the chance to do more, if you're, I talked to a student who's moved away from her family. She moved into an apartment, moved out of state, and she's all by herself. Yeah, Irvina, you can do 9 hours of study on Monday, okay? You got nothing else going on. No, but for most of you, a 3 or 4 hour study period is plenty. That's just fine. Don't feel like because it's a holiday, you have to do 9, 10, 12 hours of study. That is ridiculous. Don't take it that way. Get some studying done on Saturday. Get some studying done on Sunday. Get some studying done on Monday. Make sense? I hope so. Okay. And then the third rule for good holiday behavior is decompress. Use the day as a rest day, a day, I would say a Sabbath, a resting day. Give yourself some time to decompress from the pressures of studying for the bar, from the pressures of working and studying, or taking care of the family and studying, or all of those things. And give yourself some time to really enjoy being around the people that matter to you. You know, there aren't that many opportunities in certainly American culture to have these chances to decompress. Now, I know we've got some students in the course who are, don't live in the US, and so this holiday doesn't matter to them. You don't get it off. But the idea is still the same, that periodically you want to decompress. You want to give yourself a chance to rest and relax. If you've got our paraliminals, do some paraliminals or do the meditation. Take some time, take a nap. It's okay. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with a nap. Not all the time, but occasionally it's useful. This is a good day to do it. Put it in your schedule. I'm going to nap from 12 to 2, you know, whatever it might be. Or I'm going to do my paraliminals. Maybe I'll do an extra paraliminal session that day. Whatever that might be, but give yourself a chance to use this day off, if it is a day off for you, to refresh yourself, to relax yourself. If you make the time with your family enjoyable and valuable, it is refreshing and it is decompressing, and it really helps. We've got a long, hard push between Memorial Day and 4th of July. Very long, very tough. We've got a lot of work to do, all of us. And I'll just tell you that if you give yourself a little boost here, it will go a very long way. But if you use this holiday to grind yourself down, it will actually be counterproductive to you. So I know that some of you are thinking, oh man, this is my chance. I tell everybody in my family to buzz off. I'm going to go study for 10 hours and then I'm going to mope around because I didn't get to go to the barbecue. Yeah, that is the worst possible plan you could have. Don't do it, because the next thing they're going to be burning won't be your bar review books. It's going to be you.